guys, hope you're all doing well. This is Fan Fantasy here, and as you can see, we are doing a nighttime mission with the Martyrs, and this is part 2 of Don't Wither. And if you haven't seen part 1, I encourage you guys to check it out. I'll have it linked above, which you can watch and then come back to this. And so this is part 2 of it. And the situation is that the enemy attacked our lines earlier in the day, and you've stopped their attack, and now you're going to be going on a limited counterattack. As for the enemy strength, you can expect BTR 70s, BB2s, as well as T62s. So there are tanks in the area which we do need to watch out for. In terms of friendly forces, we do have a little bit more. So we do have a platoon of Marder A1-, which we're going to be rolling with. And we do have a platoon of Leopard 1A, 1A4s, as well as Panzer Grenadiers. And we do have fire support, which includes illuminations, smokes, and artillery. And so looking at the map right here, we have about 2 waypoints. So I do believe waypoint 1 is where we need to go first. And then I think the tanks are going to be setting up a battle position there. And then we're going to go to waypoint 2 and dismount. And then we're going to attack objective Romeo. There are 2 BPs, Alpha and Bravo. I think those are for our tanks, I believe. And then the final objective is going to be clearing out objective Juliet. And so even though there might not be a heavy force, we can expect them to be quite a challenge, especially in urban areas. And so I do believe this is one of the more difficult missions to do. And so we're going to try our best to take this slow and careful, and then we'll see how we do it. All right, so before we move up, let's call in illumination at waypoint 1. And then we're going to move up time now. I'm just going to put away my NVGs. You see the Leopard 1s moving up ahead. It's a nice little silhouette right up ahead too, which is really nice. And so we're gonna let the tanks lead while we give them a little bit of distance to engage up ahead. So we should be seeing the illuminations about now. And oh, those are tanks. Let's get them Milan's tank on and firing. Ooh, looks like one of our tanks might have taken a hit. And target destroyed on the second one. Oh, that's unfortunate. We did lose one of our tanks. But other than that, still got a functional fighting force. Poor guy. Hopefully they made it out alive. And so what we're going to do is we're going to form up in a line. Make sure that they're following me. But yeah, one thing I don't really like is night missions in general, just because, you know, video quality wise, they make it kind of poopy. And so I might have to do a little bit of editing just to make it brighter for you guys to see at least. But for sure, night missions are a challenge to do, and they're probably one of the ones to do, no doubt, for sure. But in terms of the video itself, it can be tricky. I'm gonna let the Leopards move up ahead first. I don't want to move up, get spotted. And what we're going to do is we're going to call in some artillery support at objective Romeo. We're going to soften up before we move up there. Okay, so we're here. And those are the burning T62s that we're able to engage. Hopefully my Milan was effective on taking the second one. Now we're going to be moving to waypoint 2. Just going to keep scanning. So far, tanks are not engaging anything, so assuming it's safe. And I think the tanks are going to be staying here, so we're going to move past them. And I am seeing the indirect going on. Oh, that's a nice view over there. I'm going to switch to my HE just in case. Alright, before we move up, I'm just going to make sure that we are moving together and not lost by the tanks over there. And what we're going to do is also call in smoke just to block whoever is at objective Juliet. And we'll also call in illuminations just east of Romeo. Still scanning. So far, there's not much. Okay, halt and wait for infantry to dismount. We're gonna bolt them right here, just before the trees. And they should be dismounting now. Yep, I do see them. And so what we're going to do is we're going to let the infantry lead the way first, and then we're going to support them a few meters back, give them a little bit of distance to do whatever they got to do as Panzer Grenadiers. And then we're going to engage and destroy any hard targets or vehicles. So we're going to move out now. Really liking the smoke so far. Really good effect on that. Now, if infantry was in the house, I would have put HE there, but usually it's a good practice to just send in a little bit of HE there. But we gotta be a little bit patient with the infantry and let them deal with whatever threat is there. And we're gonna keep scanning, give them a little bit of security as well. Alright, we're gonna keep moving up. We're gonna switch to MGs and maybe spray down there. A little too high. Oh. We got troops on the right. Oh, those are BMPs on the left on. Target. Any more? Okay, those were at least 2 BMPs. Any more? I guess not. I slowly move up. Yeah, I don't want to frag our guys. Okay, so just to confirm, those are 2 BMPs that we destroyed. Any damage to our guys, we'll take a look after. Alright, objective is clear. I'm just gonna check for any damage assessment. And so far, I think we're okay. And same with ammo too, I believe. Just gonna make sure that we're well stocked. Alright, objective Romeo has been cleared. Attack the enemy on objective Juliet. Alright, so we're gonna form up on the south side on this road right here. And because we don't know what's ahead, we're gonna be at least sending out one of our Marders out just to recon and slowly make our way, slowly push towards objective Juliet. And I'm not sure if our infantry is going to be coming with us. And I'm seeing something over there on the right. I'm not too sure if that's friendly or foe. I'm going to call in artillery at objective Juliet, and we'll call in smoke around the roads right here. And then we'll also call in illumination as well. Alright, so we're going to halt our platoon. I'm going to send our wingmen over. And let's get him to move to the left. Oh, there's something over there. Oh, those are PCs. Firing. On and target. One of them on the left on, firing. And target destroyed. What's going on over there? Okay. Yeah, I'm seeing the artillery and... What is that? Oh shoot, those are BMPs! Oh no! On and firing. Oh my goodness. My goodness, so our engine is damaged about 80%, but we can still move it. Okay, good effect on the artillery. Oh, multiple BMPs on! Or PCs. Get the BMP first. Target. Oh, maybe a little short. Oh, we lost... Okay. Damn it, we lost one of our Marders. Okay, at least we know there's a force moving right to left going on over there. Man, this is where tanks would be useful for us, but I don't think we can control them, but they will be very effective in standing at their BPs right now. So we're going to slowly move up. And again, we're going to take it slow and steady. I'm not going to go into town until we call in artillery, so I'm going to wait for that. And we do have PCs on, firing. BMPs. Target. We lost one of them. Where is he? There's one on the right. MG. Oh, another BMP on. Nice. Target. Okay, unfortunately, this Marder is going to be a bunker here. That's okay. We still have two more. Again, we're going to take this nice and slow. Calling artillery at Juliet. As well as illuminations and smoke. And we're going to wait for the artillery to go on at Juliet. Looks like there are troops in the area too, so that might be dangerous. And I don't think our Panzer Grenadiers are moving with us, which is very unfortunate here. Okay, we got our flares going. And indirect going in town. Okay, we're gonna move one by one here. We're gonna take our time here in our attack. I'm gonna try to get a hold down here. Is he dead? Looks like he was still moving. BMPs on. He's fire, but they are there. One of them is destroyed. It might be a platoon over there, so let's keep an eye out. Oh, there he is. Firing. Switching back to our commander. And target. One of them behind the trees. Can I get him? Troops. We got troops nearby. Alright, we have disrupted the enemy forces and looks like they're falling back. Oh, look at that. Oh, one of them flipped. You know what? Screw it. Screw that. Okay. That's it. Oh my goodness, we did it. We have disrupted the enemy forces, and that was a tough one, boys and girls. And get a platoon to just follow. But man, that was an unexpected platoon on that hill. Didn't really expect them to counterattack, but that's a really interesting way of doing things for the enemy. Usually they'll just stay here and then you wait for a counterattack once you captured it, but that was a spoiled attack from the enemy, so that was well done here, which is why this mission is a little bit of a challenge. But I am curious to know what happened to this BTR. Probably was on the run and then decided to flip out, so like physically flip. But yeah, that's a pretty funny way to end the mission here. The one thing that really bothered me in this mission, or at least in the later half, is that the tanks weren't really there to support us. They were just stuck at their BP, and there were more BMPs than we expected, than we can handle. And so usually the tanks would be there to support us in this final attack along with the Panzer Grenadiers, but they weren't really there and we were left to fight on our own, which doesn't really make sense tactically. But hey, we completed the mission though. So overall we lost 4. I think one of them is from our tank, and we did lose one of our Marders as well. So that's 2 equipment loss, 4 personnel, and they had lost 48 and 14. And so yeah, let's take a look at it. I'm not going to go through all the shots, but just highlight a few of them. All right, so our Leopards were engaging the T-62s. Looks like they were the only tanks that were there. And the T-62 did kill our, I believe this is the commander here. So yeah, this one went right through the hull, which went through the rounds, and that detonated the whole entire tank, which is very unfortunate. But that was a good shot from the T-62 with the 3 BM-28s. And this one took a hit, looks like, from the T-62s, but he was able to shrug it off. Looks like it did hit the gun, so he may not have been able to use that later on, but you can see here it did hit and damage the main gun. And it looks like our Milan did do some damage with the T-62 right here. What happened here was that the ATGM blasted through the hull, and then the shrapnel and all that things went inside and hit the crew, so that was a good kill. All right, so we got the BMPs that were in the first objective. So good work from our infantry here. It looks like they were able to engage and destroy, or at least damage, the BMPs. So that was a good reaction from our infantry. And so they were able to engage and destroy it. Looks like one of the rounds did penetrate through the track and the hull wall, and one of them did hit the crew right here, and that was definitely a crew casualty. So we did send one of our wingmen out to scout out the objective, and we did see 3 BTRs, which we were able to engage and destroy. And looks like they weren't positioned to defend. Looks like they were, you know, getting ready to run rather than defend. But make no joke, just like the last video, the BTRs can destroy our Marders, you know, if they're positioned well, of course. And some more damage to the BTRs from the back, not a problem. So what caught me off guard was the BMP-2s that were spoiling our attack, which was, again, a really good strategy from them. Give them credit to the mission editor or mission creator here. And so the BMPs were very well effective in engaging our Marders. Again, you want to stay away from them, or at least get the first shot at them before they get a kill on you. And so yeah, this one did hit our engines, which was very unfortunate, which slowed us down. It didn't kill us, but it did do some damage here. Oh, this is interesting. Like, one of the rounds did hit the tree and then just skid off and hit our Marder. Looks like that's some pretty cool physics right there. So good thing we parked our Marders at the back. They were able to provide support and engage and destroy the BMPs that were moving up. All right, so it looks like there were 2 more BMPs right here that were able to engage and pick off. This one, I believe, hit the wheel, so it was pretty short from here. And then we did see the BTRs, which looks like they were moving down the MSR here. So the BMPs were able to engage and respond by shooting back at us. This one actually was a good kill. And so this one hit our crew, hit the firefighting compartment, and it did penetrate the engine compartment as well. And it went through the firewall, which I believe hit the some of the rounds as well too, or the fuel. So that kind of ended our Marder right here. Okay, so it looks like as we were trying to engage the BMPs, we did hit an enemy infantry in this wood line over here. So this AP round went right through this infantry on the hips, and yeah, hips are no more. All right, so there was at least one more platoon of BMPs moving up towards the objective here, and our Marders did spot them, and so they were able to engage around. Wow, that's close to almost 1,000 meters. This one hit the right side of the tank. This one hit the right side of the BMP. No damage, no pen. Yeah, with the AP, rounds, I don't think they were very effective around that range, or at least not too much. But this one did hit the turret and it did penetrate through, and it did hit the fighting compartment as well. But this round did hit through the, looks like the gunner's view. And yeah, so this was a good mobility kill, or good crew kill actually, since it hit the gunner's head, and so you want to knock out the crew. All right, so this one we had trouble seeing because he was behind the trees. We didn't have much of a view, but we were just blind firing at this point. So this one didn't pen through. This one ricocheted off the BMP, but this round did hit from one of our wingmen. He was able to see them, right? Or yeah, he was able to see him and hit the looks like the gunner as well. I think from here it looks like they might have abandoned the BMP from here, from all the damage. All right, lastly, we're just, we had enough with this mission, and so we just gave them HE love right here against the enemy infantry that were trying to escape, but we weren't having any of that. So yeah, that was the mission. I think I would have loved to see more of the tanks supporting us, because there's definitely a need for them to engage and destroy those incoming BMPs, and they're definitely more than capable than we are. So good and challenging mission overall, but that's what annoyed me the most. Anyways, guys, hope you all enjoy this video and mission. If you guys enjoy my content, don't forget to leave that like and subscribe to support my channel. And as always, I'll see you guys in my next video.